If you're not making mistakes at all as a goalkeeper, you're doing too little. Actually, you're doing nothing. So understand that making mistakes as a goalkeeper is the most normal thing about being a goalkeeper. The important thing is that you accept that making mistakes are normal and also that you learn from your mistakes. In this video, I'll be giving you some tips, tricks, insights, strategies, call it whatever you want, that you can apply to your goalkeeping game so that you are more capable of overcoming your fear of making mistakes. So without further ado, let's go. One of the biggest fears that goalkeepers have is the fear of making mistakes. Being a goalkeeper is a very unique position. It's probably the position in all of sports that's the most difficult to be in, especially psychologically. We know that making one small mistake, such as passing the ball to the opposition or giving a small rebound, will most likely cost a goal. When you chose to be a goalkeeper, you chose the hardest position in all of sports. But as you get better, as you gain more confidence, you also realize that this is probably one of the most given positions as well. What you have to accept when you chose to become a goalkeeper is that you are going to make mistakes. Even the best goalkeepers in the world make mistakes. So why shouldn't you make mistakes? And why shouldn't I make mistakes? So now that you realize that making mistakes is a part of the game, is totally normal as a goalkeeper, obviously you want to make as few mistakes as possible, but if you make no mistakes, you're doing nothing. So the question is not whether you're making a mistake or not, the question is how do you handle making a mistake? So my first tip is to reflect on your performance after the game, not during the game. If you start thinking about your mistake just when you made it, it will only cause you more problems, you lose focus, you lose confidence, and you start blaming yourself. And if you make the mistake in the 10th minute of the game, you still have 80 minutes to play, and then the game will be really, really hard. So start having the mindset on reflecting on the game after the game, not during the game. So my second tip is to use positive self-talk to build yourself up. Remind yourself of your strengths and of your abilities. This might be hard just after making a mistake, but the more you practice, the better you will become at it. If you haven't clicked the link in the description, I advise you to do so now. There's some really valuable free stuff, some insights that you probably won't find anywhere else without paying for it. Click the link in the description, it's free. All you have to do is enter your email address and I'll send the free guides to your inbox. My tip number 3 is to embrace a growth mindset. If you don't know what a growth mindset is, to see everything as a learning opportunity. So if you make a mistake, rather than seeing it as a mistake, see it as a learning opportunity. For example, if you come out for a cross and you find yourself facing directly to the cross, and when you want to catch the high ball, you realize that you have to start backpedaling, and now when you're backpedaling, you can't reach the ball and the ball goes sailing over your head. Instead of seeing this as a mistake, you can learn from this. The next time you want to catch a high ball, you'll have your shoulders facing outwards to the field so that you can easily use your cross steps to get to balls that are aimed for the back area. So my tip number 3, growth mindset. My tip number 4 is to stay in the present. Stay in the now and focus on your situation right now. Focus on the next ball, the next pass, the next kick, the next save, whatever it should be. Use your breathing to relax your body, to relax your mind, to stay in the present. Maybe if your team has a corner kick, you have time to focus on your breathing. What I like to do is to inhale for 4 seconds, hold my breath for 4 seconds, and then exhale for 4 seconds, hold my breath for 4 seconds, and then repeat that cycle. If you do this 4 or 5 times, or whenever you have time in the game, this really helps with your focus and to stay in the present. My 5th and final tip is communication and body language. As goalkeepers, when we make a mistake, we tend to become quiet, we tend to go into ourselves, and our body language becomes more like this. But when you make a mistake, you should be communicating even more so that your teammates can see that you're not affected by this mistake. This doesn't rock you, and even if it does, you should just act as if it doesn't. Fake it till you make it is a phrase that I use a lot, and it's especially true when you just made a mistake. Overcoming the fear of making a mistake is a journey that all goalkeepers have to go through, even the best in the game. You have to see this as a learning opportunity. You have to embrace a growth mindset. You have to talk positively to yourself, treat yourself well, focus on the present, and learn from each game and learn from each mistake. Instead of remembering every mistake you make, start remembering every save that you made, remember every good game that you played, and this will, in the end make you a more confident and capable goalkeeper. So that was the video, guys. Hopefully by now you understand that it's normal to feel the fear of making mistakes. The question is not whether or not you're gonna make mistakes. The question is, how do you handle making mistakes? If you found this video valuable, please do like this video and subscribe to our channel. Also, if you have any questions to me about this topic, please use the comment section down below and I'll do my very best to answer you as soon as possible and to the best of my abilities. If you want to watch the next video on our channel, please do click the link somewhere here above my head. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you soon.